Hi, I'm Alan, and welcome to Alan's Lego World. And this is the Lego Icon set, Shuttle Carrier Aircraft, the latest addition to the NASA group. This is an 18 plus set. It's set number 10360. Consists of 2,417 pieces and retails for $230 US. Yes, this is a big plane here. So, initial thoughts, you're getting your money's worth of the set here. Which I'll go over later as far as pricing. But you look at it, you get two builds here, the shuttle itself, which is one book, and the Boeing 747 jet, which is another book. You also get stand which build at the end of everything after everything else has been built. So there are some stickers in this set. But at least they go balance out between stickers and prints. Let's say for the windows, those are all prints. And for the nose of the plane, those are prints. I'll go over a little bit. So at least those are all prints, but some stuff are stickers. Again, I wish these were all prints for what you get here, but you know, it is what it is. So, and so overall, I do like the set, you know. The plane and the shuttle scene being scaled to one another, so let's go over everything in greater detail. Alright, and this is the shuttle itself. You have the nose in the gray, then this is a Shuttle Enterprise. This is a little bit heavy because it's got some cool parts in it, cool features here, so. And they stuck to the design faithfully as much as possible to the shuttle. And start with puts on bumps and work up to different various elements as they have to build up shuttle. And we open it with this way in reality. This is where you store all the wheels and the engines for the shuttle itself in case you want to put it on the ground. It's got this covering here as it's giving the engines covered up during the flight on the 747. It's like they have a base for these. Just pull these out. You can put them onto the appropriate places where they should be. Wheels and all. This is a great storage place for these. And obviously the piece are holding the engines together, which is designed like this. You put the engine, the sauce pieces on, as they call it, sauce pieces. And so, this works out. As you close these, and this comes out so like this. You got this technical elements which holds wherever you're putting in place. Start the engines. Put this in. Like so. It fits, but like it's supposed to. Get the engines like that is where it should be for Discovery. We've got more holes here exposed. You turn to the bottom. These are where the wheel's supposed to go, so I'm gonna get my instructions out because I'd rather put these wheels in the right place the first time. That's why they invented instruction books, in a way. So that way you can help you remember where to put the wheels. Somewhere along the line, you build this shuttle with the wheels and the sauce pipes, and then they show you how to take them off and how to store them, and put the shield covering onto the shuttle. So you find the part. So this. Well, if I remember where these go. But there's one benefit of being an unscripted video. Yes, now as I the instructions, I remember one more thing. About these holes. If you gotta go in here, get these cones out. They're put away. In here, these two cones right there. And these go in these holes here. And I remembered. And the wheels will go underneath here, so if I'm right, wheels go here, wheel goes here, and one more time for where it comes on step 108 where the wheel is supposed to go, and one goes here, and the other one goes here, like so. And now you have the shuttle that's on the ground. Ready to use, so you can move this around if you want to. Too bad it doesn't turn right here, but that's fine, no problem. Then for the shuttle itself, consists of 139 steps to build from start to finish, including adding the shield covering for the exhaust tubes. So, but this would make this interesting, know what I mean? Make it bring as much realism as possible. So now, I'm going to demonstrate crank all stuff up upon the shield covering and make it as if it's attached to the 747 M5, because obviously they retract the wheels to put this thing in the an aircraft during transport. Just take these off here, easy peasy. Easy enough. Wheels come off. And this goes back on. The shield covering. Then this is good. I'm glad they made this for storage of the parts that were on the shuttle for the landing position. So otherwise, I think you might have to put them somewhere and then you're not lucky, don't lose them. So one wheel goes there, and a wheel here, and a final set of wheels here, and then all the exhaust vents or rocket parts, what do you call them? They go here, and this part goes here. You close it up, and the shuttle's ready to be transferred onto the 747. You read in the background, they have an elevator which they put this on the plane securely. So overall, this is cool. Lego did a good job putting this together and staying faithfully to the shuttle as much as possible. Let's move on to the Boeing 747 itself. And now, we get to the 747 itself. This is a modified version of this particular aircraft, so it can carry the space shuttle as well as deal with the weight of the shuttle itself on this plane. So, I mean, sure, people complain that the nose is too thick or too short or whatever, but you know what, though? Lego did the best with what they had available, so just go with it. This is the cockpit right here. And they made these lines best possible. These are prints right here, the lines right here. And all line up to the navy blue, the windows, and all the way towards close to the back of the shuttle right here. And these are all prints right here. Thankfully, if these were stickers, it would have been a nightmare to build, because then you have to apply more stickers. Then the number right there, and NASA logo in the flag on the tail are stickers. You look at to the front, it looks close related to the real 747 as much as possible. They should be. And then We had the engines on side, greatly detailed. The wings were greatly detailed. The wings were in 2 bags, but I built them both together using the mirror effect, reverse effect. So this is why I saved myself about 60 some steps and a big step to build. So, and then a lot of this was kind of repetitive building away because you get to build one direction and then build in another direction. So as I did two together and build both at the same time, and I saved myself at least 100 steps and got an hour back in my day. Yeah, sure, it may take the fun out of building a set, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to save some time. Because I have a day job and I have other projects to work on, so I kind of want to get this done and bring it up for review. So I want to put the best one possible. Again, these are unscripted. I don't write scripts. I may write notes, but I don't write scripts. So anyway, like the wingspan is mostly plate built. With this here, they built a couple layers, at least 2-3 layers of plates to make it secure. And one cool feature about what Lego did, they made the wheels real as much as possible. It's like that way it's set up. You have all these wheels on the side as way as a Boeing 747 should be. Because this particular aircraft is very big and very heavy, so and make sure there's enough balance to support the weight of the aircraft. And plus, I'm sure these go like 500, 600 miles an hour, but looking at the fluff, with the way the Shuttle is only going like 275 miles per hour in the air. Obvious reasons, it's carrying more weight, and the more weight something has, the slower something moves. So I'm gonna demonstrate the wheels being retracted. This is the wheel or mechanism used to put the wheels in place. Demonstrate it so. Gotta watch out for this one right here because it doesn't always go in too well because of the way this is designed. So you gotta make sure it's in place. You want this to go in. These are as far as it can go. That's my only weakness about the set here is right here. The place where the front wheel goes, because the way this is designed, you gotta make sure this wheel is straight because this wheel does turn. Part of the rail, in case you want to play this plane turning, you can position this wheel where you want it to be. That's the pro. But con is you gotta make sure it's straight before you put it in, before you start retracting. Now let me demonstrate the wheels coming in landing position. Obviously, this one coming first, but these take a little extra time, so they keep cranking until they're in position. And there's supported by, and there's made possible by these Technic elements here. It's like first part of this build is mostly Technic. So because they're setting up the wheels, you can retract as they're in air or put them in lane position. Like inside here and over here. So Lego did a good job of bringing this into reality of the actual Boeing. And I gotta look at this time, make sure something was right. And the wheel went in properly. Alright, so that's done. So let's get the stand. This is the stand right here for this plane. It has 2 flags, they're both in stickers, but these should have been in prints of the NASA Shuttle and of the Boeing. It comes with the basic fluff in the background of these 2 ships. Then supported by right here, which is brick support, and this right here. As you put this in put it right here where the wheels are, and turn it. It shows they can support perfectly. So there you go. You know, Boeing has this in flight. As I do like how they did the engines, they use the barrels for part of the engine and the cones. They had 2 cones you can bear into the barrel. Then these are obviously taking up wheels into the engine for engines. Yes, they did a good job all the way through. It's even. There was the tail right here, so you guys can move these around if you want to. And show plane changing the direction. You got a tail right here. I'm not sure if this was the way the Boeing 7 is designed. But if not, these must be like the rudders. So, yes, I like it. So let me let's put the shuttle on here. And the shuttle is held by these 3 hooks right here. As I see right here, a hook here, and a hook up on top. That's all about doing anything crazy by putting this on here while it's on the base. However, I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to take this off the base. Let's play it safe so I get this right. Yes, the shuttle is secure on here. Let's put this back on. Let's see if I can do this without looking. And obviously now I gotta look at it anyway, make sure it's perfect. Alright, so you can see, demonstrate the base beam design up to hold the plane and the shuttle itself. So it's perfectly balanced in weight, so it's not going to tip over course of time. So along the base is perfect. All I do is worry about keeping the dust free over time. So now look like a really big set here. Yes, it is big. I mean, at the height of all this is only about 11 inches, and the length is 25 inches, and the width is like 21, 22 inches. But they still stuck to the facts and the realities of the airplanes. They are big. Big span in length. This is a nice bulky set. But you know what, though? That one set, the world travel set that Duck Bricks did, for his Lego Masters and the set they came out with. You know what, though? If they would have done the Duck Brick set like that, and that size jet without the map and all those little sub-bills, I would have bought that set in a heartbeat. But since I didn't care for that set, I didn't buy it. Because I think Lego did a bad job with a set that was created by a great YouTuber like Duck Bricks. So once again, if Lego did that size jet for the Duck Bricks set, I would have bought it. But anyway, that's all about pricing. Pricing is $230. What you get here is definitely worth the money. And with the 2,417 pieces, again, it's worth it. I mean, that really goes by piece per part ratio, which is fine. I mean, I don't always look at that way either, but what you get here, you're paying a fair price for it. This is 18 plus S, so a little bit challenging to build. That's the way it should be, because it's designed for adults. And I do like the way it's built. It's separated into 2 books. And the plane had 561 steps plus another 47 stages for the stand itself. So let's say around 760 some steps in putting this together, over 16 bags. So, yeah, this is a fun build at the end of the day. And I encourage you to pick this up. If you can get a discount, great. But I did pay full prices on the Lego website because this is an exclusive to Lego, and if the Barnes Noble had it, it would probably have been 6 months before they had this on the shelf. At least in my local Barnes Noble anyway. So this set, I want it now because I like it. I wanted to build it. And add to the rest of the Brick Built NASA collection. So, I'm happy with it. Now let's display this plane close to the cross-pollinating to the NASA sets. And here it is, displayed right by where I work, so I'm going to do more freaking cleaning, but I want to display this with close proximity to the Hermitage launch pad and the Space Shuttle Discovery. So that way, they'll all build on the same group, I mean, same family, I don't see why not. And of course, I'm not going to buy a shelf just to put this on. I got my freestanding shelf right here that I can use. So on that note, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel so you can see more content in the future. And have yourselves a great day.